within this module, we will discuss several types of analysis, several instruments of strategic analysis, which will help you to divide financial resources among all strategical business units within a diversified company. Generally, there are a lot of different methods, but we will discuss 5 from them. We will discuss matrix of Boston Consulting Group, then we will discuss General Electric matrix, then we will discuss Hofer matrix, then we will discuss Arthur the Little matrix. Okay, it will be next times, but we are beginning with the easiest matrix of Boston Consulting Group. I'm sharing my video. Okay. And I think that you already have listened something about these metrics, but usually students do not understand the idea of this metrics. That's why I'd like to stress 2 very important points, because students usually do 2 types of mistake. The first point is that we have to build this matrix for one diversified company. I have found several sources of information where it was written that the authors provided this matrix for another activities, for another purposes. But generally, I wouldn't say that something is wrong, something is correct. It's not my objective. We will discuss the objective of this matrix, how to say, the traditional objective. For example, if you have, I don't know, a nail, it is possible to build a house with the help of it. But generally, it could be used for another purposes. But it's not our purpose of our lecture to discuss all possible ways of using this matrix. But generally, I think all these methods are wrong, but it's only my opinion. So let's discuss only the classical usage of this very matrix. So today we will speak about question marks, we will speak about stars, we will speak about cash cows, and we will speak about dogs. And I will stress all the day today that we have to build this matrix for one diversified company, but it sounds a little bit strange for you that from this very matrix it will be possible to find some information about our competitors in for every strategical business unit. We are building this matrix for one company, but from this matrix it will be possible to get information about the main competitor for every strategical business unit for this diversified company. It's not a mistake. Uh, let's begin from some historical issues. This matrix was developed about 50 years ago, not 15, but 50 years ago, but still it is rather useful instrument of strategic analysis, mostly because it is very obvious to analyze a diversified company with the help of the matrix. Yes, it is very simple. We have only 4 boxes in this very matrix because we have 2 dimensions and every dimension is divided into 2 intervals. So 2 multiplied 2 is equal 4. But if you understand the main idea of this matrix, it will be possible for you to use any matrix of strategic management, which objective is dividing financial resources. This matrix has a lot of titles. You can find B box, BCG box, BCG analysis, BCG matrix, Boston box, and etc. But generally, all these names are about one instrument of strategic analysis. The main idea, the main purpose within the company is how to allocate resources within a diversified company. Why do they need these very metrics? Actually, why do we need not these very metrics, but why do we need to answer to this question? From our previous lectures, I do hope that I have persuaded you that the natural way for any company is growing. To support the strategy, to support the growth strategy, anyway, we need some financial resources. And it's good enough if we have some additional financial resources, but if we do not have, so we have actually 2 possible options. The first is to attract some financial resources from bank, for example, but if we do not have possibility to attract some financial resources from bank, it is possible to sell some part of our business and to invest this very money into another strategical business units. So this is the main idea of this matrix. This matrix has 2 axes. The first horizontal is market share, and the second is market growth. Generally, there are 2 possible ways to build this matrix. In the literature, you will find 2 ways. The first is the low market share is here from the left to the right. So left part of the X is less than the right part of the X. It is natural. You know this type of X from algebra, for example, but from some literature sources, you can find this order vice versa. So here is high and here is low, but generally it is the same, just the boxes will be totally the same. You have just to shift this part to this position and this part to this position. So we have 2 axes. The first is market share and the second is market growth rate. Let's discuss every dimension of this very matrix. The first dimension is market share. A question. Why do you think it is better for our company to before the question, I will support you with some information. Here we are setting not absolute market share, but relative market share. So we are comparing our market share, the market share of some strategical business unit, with the most powerful competitor within the market. So we are comparing our volumes of sales with volumes of sales of the biggest company at the market. Here must be 1. So if we have a bigger market share than the biggest company at the market, so we will be here, cash cows or stars. And if we have less, we will be here, question marks or dogs. And the question is, why do you think it is very important to compare our market share, our volume of sales, with the volume of sales of the next company? Why it is very important for us? What do you think?
I think because we have to understand how many people like our brand, for example, our products, and this это сравнение, оно можно на русском, да, ответить?
Okay.
То есть это сравнение может нам помочь понять, почему, например, у другой компании большая доля рынка, то есть чем она привлекает клиентов больше, чем наша компания.
No, maybe you a little bit you are wrong, but it was not your mistake, but my mistake. I will ask the question in a little bit different way. Okay, so we are not analyzing why. Now we are analyzing why it is important. So let it be some examples. So our volumes of sale is 1 million of some units. And our competitor, our main competitor, the leader of the market, has 2 millions. So the volume of sales of our biggest competitor twice bigger than our. And why it is important, for what benefits has our competitor in this very situation? If you know only this information, that the volume of sales of our competitor is twice bigger, okay?
They have more profit.
Yes, but they will have bigger profit because of bigger sales only, or because of something else?
More customers.
You know that it is very important to understand, and even if you all know this instrument of strategic management, you have to understand the nature of this instrument of strategic management. If our competitor has bigger sales, yes, it means that it has bigger profit, but I think in this very situation, it has a bigger profit than twice our profit. Because you know that very important characteristics of any industry is advantages of economies of scale. It means that if you buy some product with bigger quantity, if you buy some raw material in bigger quantity, it will be cheaper. So to buy raw materials for 2 millions will be much cheaper than to buy raw materials to produce 1 million. I mean per unit, not generally, but per every unit. And the same situation will be connected with not only with logistics, for example, it will be also connected with manufacturing, transportation, marketing, etc. So it must be obvious for you, the bigger quantity we are buying, the less price we will have. And we name this effect as economy of scale. Here is, you can see at this very picture, here is actually the information from our previous course from strategic management. It could be different situation. For example, if speaking about the first industry, let's speak about the top curve. Here we can see only 10% reduction if we are producing not 1 million units but 8 million units. In other industries, this cost reduction could be even 30%. It is the bottom curve. But generally, in any industry, you can find this effect, economy of scale. And Boston Consulting Group put this effect in the heart of this matrix. So it is important for us to be a star or to be a cash cow, not only because we are we have more clients. It is important for our company to be here because in this very case we are more competitive, because in this very case we will have less costs. It is the main idea of this matrix. So by the evaluating of relative market share, we are evaluating not only our profitability, but our competitiveness, but the competitiveness of this strategical business unit, not generally of the company, but we are evaluating the competitiveness of strategical business unit. I'm stressing one more time that market share is relative, not absolute. It means that we have to divide our sales, the sales of the analyzed strategical business unit with the leading rival at the market. Maybe we are the leader in this case. Here will be bigger figure than here, so this will be equal more than 1. If you are not you, but if strategical business unit is a leader of the market, in this very case we have to compare our market share with the market share of the next company. The second dimension of this matrix is market growth. By evaluating market growth, we are trying to evaluate our future sales. So if market is growing, and if it is growing with rather big rate, it means that in future it is possible for our company to sell a bigger volume of our products. And it's also quite easy to understand this formula, how to calculate it. We have to compare the current situation, the current volume of the market, the current size of the market with previous one, and by multiplication to 100%, we can calculate market growth rate in percent. So the main idea of this matrix is that we have to calculate relative market share for every strategical business unit, and we have to calculate market growth for every market, and we have to set all our strategic business unit at these very metrics. The classification of these, I would say not classification, but the explanation for every box will be the following. The star is, okay, you will read it by yourself, but I will explain it with the help of this picture. So the star means that we have the biggest market share at the market which is growing with a high rate. If we have the biggest market share, but if the growth rate is rather low, in this very case, we are cash cows. If we have a small market share, relative small market share, at the market which is growing, so we name these strategical business units as question marks. And dogs means that strategical business units has a small relative market share and the market is not growing. Here is the explanation for every box at this market. Generally, it is rather important to understand and to combine these name of these boxes. This is the curve of maturity. So when we are introduction, when we have some new industry, we don't know exactly whether it will grow or not, so it is a question mark. Then the company, the market is growing, so we have a star. When we have a maturity at our industry, it means that this strategical business unit is a cow, and when the market is declining, so the strategical business unit means that we have a dog. And generally, the main idea is that we have to invest into stars to create, first of all, to support it, and then to help it to become a cash cow, because any market in future will will go from this interval to this one, to this one, and to this one. That's why you have to support all your stars with the help of cash cows and with the help of dogs. And we will speak how it is possible. The question, very important question also. If you have a situation that all your strategical business units within your diversified company are stars, it means they are here. They are here. Is it good or not? What do you think? No answer. Okay, it is not good. Why? No answer. Okay, I will help you. You see that if you are here, if you have a big market share, but the market is growing, it means that if you do not support this business, it will become a question mark, a business with a smaller market share at the market with high growth rate. And other companies at this very business will become stars, your competitors. And it means that your company will become less competitive. Less competitive. So the only way to stay here is to invest money, invest and invest, invest and invest. And it is quite obvious that if you don't have your own money, your company, I mean, you have to find this money somehow. And usually if your portfolio of your company is rather balanced, in this very case, you can use cash inflows from cash cows, for example. You can sell some strategical business units, some dog, or you can sell some strategical business unit from this box. But if you have only stars, in this very case, you will have to sell at least one to support others. So this is a problem. So the general idea is that the best situation for our company is when we have a balanced portfolio of strategical business units. For example, we have some cash cows to support our stars. Maybe if we have enough money and enough financial resources, it is possible for us to support some of our question marks and help them to become a star. Let's speak about every strategical business unit a little bit more. The first is star. Star means that we have a high market share at fast growth market. It means that this business is rather profitable because we have competitive advantage over our rivals because we have, for example, better price on raw materials because we are buying these raw materials in bigger quantity. But we have to support this business. We have to invest into this business because if we don't do it in future, our star will become a question mark because the market is bigger, and another companies will cut these pieces of bigger market, so they will overcome our company in volumes, and they will have competitive advantage over our company. The next question mark, the next strategy, the next box title is question mark. Actually, you can find the information about this box with another names, another title. You can find Wildcat, or you can find another name as a problem child. It is also, it doesn't mean what term you want to use. Generally, it is the same, but the main idea is that your company, if your company here, you have to understand what you have to do. If you are here, it means that you have a small share of the market, but market growth rate is rather big. So in this very case, you will have two possibilities: to sell this business and to use these money for supporting some company which is a star, or you can support this business and try to help this business become a star. Cash cows. Cash cows means that we have a big relative market share at the market, but growth rate of this very market is rather slow. It means that we do not have to invest a lot of financial resources into this very business. So we can use cash inflows from this very business for other purposes. It could be, for example, dividends for shareholders, but in terms of Matrix of Boston Consulting Group, we can say that we can use these cash inflows from cash cows for, first, for supporting our stars, and second, for supporting our question mark. And with the help of these financial resources, it is possible for us to help them become a star, for example. Okay, I see that now we have only 3 minutes, so I'm stopping here. Let's meet in 5 minutes after the break.
All right, thank you.